today, Peter will be sharing with us. So, Peter, the floor is yours.
No, today Harrison.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Actually,
Harrison. I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm ahead.
No, no worries, no worries. Am I coming through okay? Can everyone hear
Yeah,
me?
perfectly.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, last week, we mentioned the idea of wanting to utilize designs that we've already had, maybe on your guys' own personal time if you guys want to create something. And the discussion of Canva came up. And so I recorded a video, sent it out, but for this meeting, I'll kind of go over the contents of that video, maybe dive a little bit deeper, and answer any questions that you guys have. Freddie and we had to go through a little bit of troubleshooting when it comes to permissions and access. I figured out a solution, and so I'll share that in this meeting as well. But for now, let me share my screen and we can jump right into it. All right, so Canva obviously comes in an app format, but you guys are free to use the web version if you want. Also, you don't necessarily need a Given Tree lending email, but having one does resolve some issues, and so I do advocate for you guys, just creating it through your Giving Tree email. And what you guys will see is different from mine. I have the pro version, you will not, but again, I can send over all of these designs to you guys, even though you guys don't have a pro account. So just keep that in mind. No need to upgrade to a pro account. Maybe as we go through this video or you guys work with Canva for a while, you feel the need to upgrade. If you guys are wondering what the benefits are with having the pro version, you can shoot me a message and I can give you guys the pros and cons of having a pro and not. But what I'm going to do first is go over all the different types of, I guess, marketing materials I've made over the past 6 months and kind of share what they're about so that you guys have some insight into what each of these are. So I'm over here in the projects folder and just looking at this section here, and I'm mainly going to focus on the start icons. So this one here is mainly for, I guess, Instagram slides where it goes over just general information, mainly text, no images, no videos, and more informative. And so this is a good template to use where you can just swap out the text and maybe some branding if you want, but this is mainly for educational slides on Instagram. And I have it as FAQs because that's how it started out, but if you guys want to do any type of slide content for Instagram, this should be good enough. Now, daily rates is something that you guys are probably most familiar with. I'm going to share with you guys the Given Tree lending version, the standard one. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys have seen these, and I've made a couple for some of the loan officers here, but it goes over the daily rates. And so if you guys also want to post daily rates on whatever platform you decide or send an email blast or even just send it individually to certain people, this is a good template. Everything is editable, and I'll go over that a little later, but yes, this design is for daily rates. Funded loans, I think it speaks for itself. If there's a loan that you funded and you want to broadcast that out through LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, what have you, this is a good template. It's just an image, but it has just the general informations, the purchase price, loan amount. When it comes to finding a photo for this post, we try to keep it more on the vague side where we don't disclose the specific address just because we don't want people looking into that. And so, yeah, if you have a funded loan, feel free to use this one. This is also something that, oh, just kidding. I don't have many yet. I think I've only one or two loan officers have asked me for a home listing brochure. I think you've asked me for one, Christine, and then Mosaika. We've created one for this as well. And so if you guys are looking for a home listing type of design, you can use this one here. This one goes a bit into not just a home listing, but potential loan programs that are applicable to this property. So again, if you have a vision and you don't see a template that we've made that fits that vision that you have, you can jump on a call with me or even shoot me a message and we can brainstorm together to bring that vision to reality. And so I'll be adding a lot more home listings into this project folder as you guys request more over time. YouTube thumbnails. So this is, of course, if you guys decide to create a YouTube channel. And I think most of the videos that you guys watch, you guys are drawn to the titles and the thumbnails. And so there is a specific algorithm or template on how to create text to draw attention. But you guys can use these as a starting point, or maybe even just reutilize it and change the colors. But we have here a folder for the Giving Tree Lending YouTube videos, my educational videos, Peter's videos, and weekly announcements. They serve the same purpose. They're just thumbnails, but they come in different styles and designs. And so you can see here, they just will extend YouTube thumbnails. Let's see, loan product packet. So yes, this is something that you guys are familiar with. I'm going to show you guys the Giving Tree Lending version. And this was built over time. It's a compilation of all the loan programs that you guys have asked me to make flyers for. And so there's a lot, and it's a growing list. So this packet will continually be updated, but you'll notice that I have one for On, C, Hannah, Alex, and Christine. These are the individuals that have reached out to me that they would like a version of this. And so as always, if you want one for yourself, feel free to reach out. If you guys want to try making one on your own, as always, you can copy this template and try building it out from there.
Put me down, Harrison. It's Ian.
Definitely. Let me write that down.
Thank you, sir.
Of course. And I recall you liking the color pink. No.
Pink?
No,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
pink and black. Tiffany.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put it out that way. All right. So business cards. Actually, I'm going to skip over this. Doesn't apply to you guys since you guys are not new. Flyers. So I just call it flyers, but it's technically the same thing as the loan programs that you guys saw, but it's a bit more abbreviated, a little smaller, and different format. I've been uploading this onto Yelp, but this could serve as a post, a story, if you even want to just send it out to individuals, no problem. But yeah, it's the same as the loan program packet, just a more abbreviated version.
Harrison,
Yes.
if you don't mind, can you, when you are showing these slides, can you also show how it was implied on Yelp pages or Instagram so that we have better idea of how it looks like?
Oh, sure. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we may extend it 5-7 minutes more. Adding a couple more additional examples will help us.
No problem at
Help
all.
us to understand how we are using this at this time.
Yes. Let me.
Thank you.
Is it okay if I use your Instagram as an example?
Sure.
Great. All right. So a lot of the content is uploaded on YouTube and Instagram, but I have Instagram uploaded here already. So let me start from the FAQs that I first showed you guys. I haven't uploaded FAQs in a while. We decided to go a little bit more with education on article, but you can see here that it's a collage post. You'll be able to tell it's a collage by this icon at the top right corner, and it's in slide format. Let me see. I haven't talked about articles yet. Here are loan funded. Yeah, just a standard image. Bit of the information is in the caption, but it's the same information. And let's open up Yelp. And for Yelp, the flyers that I just discussed, they are up in the images here, but we also have them in here as well as in our portfolio. So instead of having like a long, big paper that has a lot of text and it's very small, this is a format that fits better for certain platforms. And as I go through, I'll share you guys more examples. Daily rates, you guys have been posting in group chats. I do believe there is one here. So this one also is on social media. But let me continue on through here. So this one was the old version where I was just building out the individual loan products. But as I mentioned, they're now in the packet. Testimonials, this is also, I can show you an example as well, but this is a good starting template where it shows you a quote, an image, not full information, but small information on the individual and the star rating. If you guys have reviews that people have left for you, I've seen on Yelp that some of you guys do have some reviews. I can help you guys make them. You guys can use this template to create them on your own. And some of those reviews are in testimonials. So I've been uploading these onto Peter's Instagram story. And last is Instagram articles. These are more educational posts, things that I see online through the news that are related to the mortgage and refinance space. I'm making Korean versions for Peter, and lately I've been making the English version for Brenda. So there's 2 versions of each now. So if you guys want your own language, feel free to reach out to me. But these are articles that have already come out. So if you guys want to reutilize these for yourselves, you are free to do that. And it's just an image, slight text, and most of the information is in the caption. If I show you guys an example, a recent article was about VA loans. And so the image and most of the information is here. Let me also show you guys Brenda's. So you can see here, this is the English version and the caption. So cool. I went over the different types of marketing materials we have made thus far. Obviously, it's not limited to these. If you guys have any ideas or you see some on your own social media platforms that you want to emulate and make, adjust a little bit to make your own, send them over to me and I can help you build that out. The moment we create a new type of marketing material template, I can send that out to the rest of the team. But that leads into this next conversation where it's how can you guys find these and adjust it on your own. And so Fred and I went through that headache where we realized that the current program or the subscription we have only allows 5 seats, but there is a workaround. So again, you guys will not see this the way that I do, but I plan to just send all these templates out to you guys so that you guys have a version on your own. My version will be the master file, and to ensure that we don't disrupt the master file, you guys will all be working off duplicated version. Now, I will show you guys how to copy and duplicate once you have the file, and then after that, I'll show you how you will receive the file. So first and foremost, you'll notice here, and Alex, I'm just going to use yours as an example, that we have the history of all the materials that we've made in the past, specifically regarding daily rates. And we want to archive the past just to keep it just in case. Maybe we change things along or as time goes on and we want to maintain older versions, but you will always duplicate so that 1, you don't have to build this from scratch. And then 2, you're just swapping out information, whether it's images, text, or changing out colors. It saves a lot of time by just duplicating from this existing design. Now, not only can you duplicate within this project, but you can duplicate the entire project as a whole. And so before I was duplicating just 1 page, but here I'm duplicating the entire project. So I'll go to these 3 dotted lines and move to make a copy. And again, that's to make sure that you don't break the master file and you can just work off the copied version, and you can feel free to experiment with as much as you want since it will not affect the original file. So those are 2 ways to duplicate, and you guys will actually receive an already duplicated version. And so what I'm going to be doing is, and I'm going to expand on this section a bit more. So there's going to be a share button once you're in the project. And to be honest, you can actually send this link to anyone, and you can adjust it yourself if you're the creator of the project. You can change it to Giving Tree Lending access only. So if you have Giving Tree Lending at the end of your email, this is all yours. But you can also switch it to anyone with the link, and you can even adjust someone that can comment, edit, or view. Very similar to like Google Drive or Google Drive, where you can have people view it, or maybe even edit it. what I will be doing is sending you guys a template link. And what that will do is, whether through GChat or email, you receive a link. And when you click that link, it will take you to and so I'm clicking that link that you will see. And this, something like this will pop up. You're going to want to scroll to the bottom and hit edit template. Once you edit template, then it will be made into your account, a copied version. And so again, you can experiment, play around, do whatever you want, and you don't have to worry that it will affect the master file. And so if I click edit template, it'll ask me to open up a Canva account. And let me show you guys this real quick. Because right now I use 2 different accounts. So I sent it to myself. My personal account does not have the pro version. But when I go into projects, I have the duplicated version here. And again, I duplicate the whole project, so it will include everything that is within that project, not just that one file. And so again, what I will be doing is I will be sending you guys a link to all of the templates that I just discussed with you guys. And so you will have that duplicated version. If you guys run into any problems, shoot me an email or send me a GChat and we can jump on it together and troubleshoot that. But there should be no problems regarding the template links. All right, so I have a bit more to go into, but I want to stop here and pause. Do you guys have any questions regarding the different types of marketing material templates and how you guys will receive access to them?
Harrison, I have a quick question. The rates that you are posting, are you manually plugging them in every day?
Yes. Well, I have the VAs do that for me. So usually I create the first template, get it approved, and then correct. Every day, what they're doing is bottom. They're adjusting all this. So they move, oops, zoom in a bit closer. They move this, they adjust this, date, the day, and then these, as well as this quote. So for this one, there's, I think, 5 in the checklist of things to adjust. Not all of them will have that much. Some will have more, but it should just be editing text, potential images, or color schemes. But you guys should not really have to do any design on your end.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I have the same question. I wanted to know when did the update take place so we know it's ready to go if we need to make any other changes to the flyer.
So for the date, so things like this, I will just continue to make it for you guys and have to utilize the VA so that I'm offloading the work onto them. But I guess this is more for if you guys just want to play around a bit on your own, or sometimes you guys just need something slightly changed, like maybe there's a slight typo or the phone number, you want to use a different phone number, then that's where I don't want you guys bottlenecked by me, like maybe it's the weekend like you mentioned last week, Freddie, or maybe it's hours that are not standard business hours. Then yeah, I want to kind of expose you guys to this so that you guys are able to do those small tweaks. Obviously, if there's bigger things, then you can hit me up, and on my end, it doesn't take much time, so I can resolve that for you guys. But the goal for me is to have the design set up so again, you guys are just swapping out text. And if there's something that's reoccurring, like the daily rates, and it doesn't really need your guys' hand touched, then the VAs will take on that job. Did that answer your question, Freddie?
No, that was it.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, Ragnar, I hope that answered your question as well. Any other questions regarding the marketing material templates and how you guys will receive them? If not, I'll move on to the editing. And I'm not going to go too deep into editing. You guys already saw a little bit on how it goes. Let's go to the bottom here. And so let's say we just want to change the color. It's as simple as just picking a color here. Let's say we want to. What was that? You want a pink?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I don't see pink there.
I actually don't see pink here too, but
Oh, that's okay.
we can,
Hey, Harrison, were
Yes.
you waiting for me to okay the weekly rate? Because I didn't get one last week. I was just
Oh,
wondering.
did you not? My
No worries.
apologies.
If not, can we just make sure we get one for this week? I get one for this week.
Yes, my apologies. If anything, I probably upload it into the chat, but not hit send because it takes a little bit for the file to upload. But yeah, I'll make sure that that comes out every Friday for you.
Thanks.
And
Yeah, you
Harrison.
can
if-
put Freddie on that list too.
Right on. And yeah, if some of you guys don't know, some loan officers prefer daily rates, others prefer weekend rates because they have more action items for like open houses, listings over the weekend. So I can definitely get that over to you guys as well. But going into the editing, you just saw how I changed the color, typography. There's a list here. And so if you guys have ever had experience with standard editing programs, I don't think you guys use Photoshop, but just standard editing programs, it should be very similar. Also, everything is movable. Nothing is set in place. But if you guys are afraid that you're going to adjust something that you don't want to, then tell me and I can just lock all the things that you don't need to adjust and expose all the things that you guys are able to. And as I mentioned before, for this one, it's just like 5-6 things that are changed. I'm not going to go too deep into here, but same thing. There's stickers, there's charts, sheets, tables. There's a lot. You can even search, like, let's say confetti. Then they have just images, but they also have videos, GIFs, texts. You can try choosing your own, adjusting it all on your own, do color, do size, do typography, but they also have pre-made ones here, so you don't have to start from scratch. So that's the extent that I'll go into editing. I'll probably make another video separately that goes into each of those tools. Or if you guys need help navigating the interface, then we can always jump on a call and I can help you guys there. But one of the last things that I want to show you guys is, so let's say you guys are done. You like what you have and you want to download this. You're going to go into the top right corner here, hit share, and there's going to be a download button. When you hit the download button, there's going to be a second window that pops up. This it's good to know, especially if you want to start downloading videos, GIFs, still images. You'll notice here that there are a bunch of different formats. And so obviously this is not a video, but if it is a video, you can still even download it as an image. So before you just hit download, just make sure that it's the type of file format that you want. And same thing here. This one, there are many pages and you probably don't want to download all of them. And so in this section here, you'll click this, hit select all to deselect all of these, and you can just select whichever one you want. And this is similar to like a PDF download where sometimes you guys just might want to download certain pages in a PDF. And so it serves as the same here where you probably don't want to download the entire project every single time. Does anyone have any questions regarding how to download the files that you guys are working on? Nope. Cool. Okay. And the last thing that I want to go over is, let's say that there is no template or marketing material that you guys want, but you don't see us having one yet. As I mentioned before in this meeting, that you can contact me so I can help you get that design out. But if you want to try playing around on your own, there's a tab here called templates. And I'm not gonna lie to you, a majority of the templates here are good to go as is. Similar to what I do, they make it in a way where all you have to do is change out the text, images, and color schemes. But if you guys go through this enough times and you're on social media enough times, you'll start to see a lot of loan officers, real estate agents, and companies use the exact format. And so that's why I always advocate for adjusting it to some degree. But as always, these are pretty good. I would say like 90% there. So let's say we want some home listings. Since we don't have any of those yet, you can type in home listings and a lot of these are already good to go. You'll click on it, and once you click on it, they'll show you more that are similar to this design. And you'll see that there's a lot of different types of aesthetic. And so, let's say you like this aesthetic and you want to see more of them, then you just scroll down and it should have similar template looking designs down here. You would just hit customize this template, and right away, similar to ours, everything is editable. The images, the colors, whatever you prefer. And what I tend to do is, let's say we are doing a home listing, then I tend to down or open up like 4 of these, and then I take little features from each of them. Like let's say I like these little icons, but I like this general layout, but I like this color scheme. Then I kind of mosh podge them together to create our own version. I can also create another video regarding this, and if you guys want some help navigating this area or the template tab and creating one from scratch, more than happy to teach you guys. Last small thing within templates is you can also start from the type of marketing material you want to upload. If it's an Instagram story, you can click the story, and then you can type what you want in here, like home tips, and it should give you a story version for home tips. But just to ensure that what you're downloading is the right format, just a small tip. Okay, you'll see a video icon down at the bottom left of some of these, and if you hover over it, you'll know it's going to be a video. To know the difference between a story and a normal video post, stories will be much longer in dimensions, and most posts will be a bit more square. But that's kind of it. Collages, it should have the collage icon as well, but you can also type that in the search bar or through all these category types. So just a quick recap. We went over all the marketing materials, how you guys will receive them via the template link. You guys can, or make sure to duplicate or copy a version so you're not messing up the master file. I taught you guys how to download them, as well as just touching a little bit into how to edit, as well as the templates if you guys want to make one on your own. And I'll reiterate, if you guys have any questions navigating the application or even creating something, or you see something on your own social media platform that you want to recreate, just send me a message, call me, what have you, and I can make that possible for you guys. But that's a wrap for this demo.
Awesome. Awesome, Harrison. Anyone have any questions?
Yeah, I have a question for Harrison.
Yes.
On the home listings flyers, if there was an opportunity to collaborate maybe with an agent that maybe it's not as tech savvy as you are, and we could, bring in some value there and then help them with some flyers, is that possible, or is it much out of the way?
No, not at all. I've actually done it a couple times. And so Christine, I believe she had some open houses on the weekend. She would usually notify me on like a Thursday. We'll go through a couple revisions and then get squared away by Friday. We do send it to the real estate team or agent as well to make sure that she likes how it's coming out as well, since we include both the real estate and the loan officer's contact information. So usually the timeline is, give me a heads up before Friday, and then during Friday, we can wrap it up. And again, if you want to do it earlier in the week, that's no problem at all too.
No, yeah, that's perfect. I wanted to know if that's possible, because I think that's a huge value added, like when you're asking for business, bringing that flyer ready to go and, collaborating. I think that would be at least another tool in our toolbox to try to get some business in. And you said like at least try to get you in by like midweek, with what kind of data, what kind of stuff would you need ahead of time, just so that we know what to give you so you're prepared?
So if it's just a listing, then quite simply, you can just send me the address and I can, look into the pricing and all that kind of stuff. But there are a couple examples that I've made where we also include like cost breakdowns with certain loans applied. And so if you wanted to that extent, then you would probably have to tell me small details. We'll maybe keep it like generic, like 760 FICO score, 80% LTV. But if you want, specific details, then those are the information that you would have to share with me. I'll always, double check with you guys that the numbers are correct and the information is correct. But yeah, I usually just giving me the address is good enough.
And Peter, on this flyer, is it okay to also put the agent's information on it, or is that compliant? Or
Yes, Harrison, can you show us a collaboration with Christine and Alicia?
Yes. I'm trying to
Maybe
figure
go
out
to Christine's Instagram and show what kind of a live
I don't
commentary
think
she
she
received.
posted it on her Instagram, but I do have the hard file here.
So what we are receiving is listing agent asking us the payment breakdowns, and Romy is working on it right now. Harrison, how far are we? Or Romy, did you ask Harrison, or did you talk to listing agent, and did she confirm the numbers?
Huh? What number are we talking about? I'm sorry.
The payment.
Oh,
The
are you
payment
talking
breakdown.
about Sarah?
Yes.
Oh, she was asking me if 3% down payment. I mean the borrower who has the under income limit, if they can afford that 3% down payment monthly payment. So I was double checking with the county to make sure the income limit is for like a 3 size of household will be eligible for that property. So I haven't talked to Harrison yet.
Okay. Did you reply to this email that was sent yesterday?
To Sarah?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you have. You have sent it out.
I did, but she was asking me if that's affordable monthly income for the household size. So I was double checking with the county. So they just replied, yeah, we can use that, their income. So after this meeting, I talked to Harrison.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much. But yeah, okay. So I was able to pull up some examples. Again, we haven't done much of these, and so maybe the designs will get better over time, but just showing you that this is not a listing, but a payment breakdown for this listing. And so I think maybe one of the better versions would be this, where we actually have a normal listing, maybe hint at some of the loan programs, and then it expands into the specifics of that loan program. Oh, looks like
is that a 2-pager?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
so this is 2 different versions, but I would have another flyer that is similar to our loan products flyer, where it just kind of has, like let's say green line DPA, then it would have the information there. This one was a 2-for-1 cost breakdown. It wasn't really a listing, but it explained how the 2-for-1 breakdown was, and then gave specific numbers for that specific property. And then again, yeah, this one here is for this property and what the cost would be for these 2 different types of loan programs. And so Freddie, going back to that original question, if you want it as detailed as this, then you definitely would need to give me this type of information. But don't think that there's something that I can't do. Even if it's something that's maybe complicating or has a lot of information as this, I'll find a way to make it work.
That's good. No, I like it. Thanks for showing us. I think, yeah, like you said, I wanted to hear from the loan officers that have already done open houses, which flyers work, what templates work, what people find useful.
He did one for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did do one for you, right?
Yeah. Actually, I like what you're showing right now. If it's double-sided, you can put that on the back.
I see.
Yeah.
Why don't you show one above
These ones?
with End Choice Team? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can plug it in also 3.
Whoops. There you go. Yeah, and I'll work with the design if you guys have more, different loan types, or maybe, we'll make it a 2-sheeter or front and back. But again, yeah, don't limit yourselves with your ideas, especially if you guys think there's too much information. As I mentioned before, design-wise, I'll find a way to fit all that information and still make it look aesthetically pleasing.
And you can add something like, with this house, 5% down payment, 10% down payment, 15 down payment, that kind of breakdowns as
Correct,
well.
yeah.
Because what I see
Um,
out there, I'm sorry, guys. What I
No,
see
go ahead,
out
go ahead.
there is, an open house is the default option that most either agents or loan officers put out there as payment scenarios is the typical. They don't tell you the 20% down payment option, but it's a typical like. So it makes it attractive, right? But like, do we want that, or do we want to like disclose these payment scenarios with the 5%, 10%, 20% down, or is it better when you don't put that that much, or we're required to put all that out there?
I think maybe, and Peter can add to this, it depends on which platform or what situation you're doing it for. I think flyers is okay to have that much of a breakdown even. And I'm showing you here right now an Instagram post where we're doing a cost breakdown as well, where it's showing 3 to 20% and how much they're saving monthly. And obviously, the design made sense to do it in a collage format where the first image would kind of just tell them the property and what they could potentially get, and then obviously going into the details like here. And so it doesn't always have to be in one image or one post, one video. We'll find a way that it makes sense.
From my experience, when the listing price was confirmed, for example, Mosaica, we are the in-house lender for this builder. There are 69 units. There's no negotiation with the sales price. We just sell it as is. That's when we approached with the payment options. But when we were doing open houses and printing 20 to 50 pages and sitting on it, the loan product comparison chart was actually workable. And Christine, using the flyer, opened up an escrow with Alicia, I think the week after. So
There you go.
I think it's the buyers who, yes, the feedbacks too. Alicia sent multiple pictures to see what kind of options and what kind of orientations works the best. So I think if you have a collaboration, partners, realtors, getting a GIF first, a picture first from them, and then designing with Harrison would be the first approach. Before we confirm any numbers, we can work on the orientation, and then we can just plug numbers in 5 minutes and print.
Yeah, Peter, you bring up a great point. No need to have all information ready before you send it to me. Even if you have some like bare bones information, that's a good foundation for me to already start building some stuff. And as you guys square down and nail down the numbers, then you can update me whenever you need to, and then I can swap that information out. But Freddie, kind of what you were mentioning, where if you want to work with a real estate agent, then we do have to send this over to them as well so that they approve their own look. A lot of them are very particular about how they look, and so be prepared for a couple of back and forths with their image.
And one recent win was using an iPad and those 2-in-1 laptops, the cheap ones, like $400, $500 ones. You can just, as if you are looking at the coffee menu, you can just put this on autoplay and just have the picture, just running next to entrance. That was eye-catching too. A lot of open-end conversations started from when we had the listing collab with Home Ready team at the Fairway Village in Fullerton. We used those iPads instead of printouts.
That's a great idea.
Depending on what kind of HOA you're dealing with, also depends. Like what kind of realtors you're working with, what do they need and what do they want, starting from there all the way to can we do something completely different.
But I like the idea of the small display, that's constantly playing and people can just look at it.
Yeah, you don't have to buy the up-to-date one. If you go to eBay, the 12-inch, the iPad 12.9-inch, the 7-year-old, it's like $200 right now. It's gonna purpose to show the image, and it's gonna be turned on for like 11 to 13 hours.
But think about it, if the house already has a bigger display that we could use.
Yes, or TV. If the
Exactly.
listing already has a TV on, you can just hook up the HDMI or Apple TV.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, opportunities endless.
right. And are these templates compatible to display in any size screen or
It's compatible to your device. So if you have a
Okay.
good cable with a good display resolution, then it will show up.
I mean, we can play around with all these ideas. I think it's I'm giving into technology, so I'm curious now.
All right, I'm gonna stop presenting now, and